Hello and welcome to another fly tying session with your host Scott. In this session I'm going to demonstrate a fly that I'm not actually sure what to call it. It's something I came up with just messing about the other day. May's not far around the corner. It's about 3 weeks away. And most fly anglers are thinking about mayflies and the Duffers weekend, as they call it, when they all come out. So I'm hoping to be there when it happens. I'm 39 this year. I've been fishing since I was 14, at least with a fly. I've been fishing since the age of 4, other methods, but regardless. So I've never seen this happen, this so-called Duffers weekend. And hopefully, because I live right opposite a river, you would think that I'll be able to catch it one of these days. So I was scratching my brain, and I've been tying a lot of spiders. I like the spiders. I'm not sure why. I've had some great success with them. They're very quick, very easy to tie, and I find a lot of mayfly patterns are a little bit overdone, if I'm honest. So this is a wingless mayfly spinner. That's what we're going for. We're going for the part of the life cycle that has spawned, laid its eggs, and then has died and is being washed downstream to be taken by the trout at their leisure. So that's what I'm hoping to represent here. And to do it, we're going to need some light Cahill thread in 8/0. In the vise we have a B405 in size 10. You could do it in size 8. In fact, if I had any size 8s, I probably would do it on a size 8. We're going to need a centre pheasant tail. We're going to be using that for the tail and the rib. And then for the hackle, it's just a single hackle, no wing, no faffing about. We've got some French partridge flank. This is quite nicely marked. I've acquired this in the winter. From a shoot that I've been helping out with, and I've already tied 2 of these flies and they look pretty nice, so I'm hoping to show you it here. So I think I'm going to just call it the Mayfly Spider. I think that's the best thing to do. I'm sure there's probably a fly out there called the Mayfly Spider already. So we're going to come straight in and we're going to put a layer of thread down. Now, as everybody knows, it's quite a long body on a mayfly. The body is basically going to be the thread. I'm going to keep it simple. There's going to be no flossies or dubbing involved. And we're going to take the thread, probably to where the bend starts, which on this particular hook is in between the point of the barb. Now, I normally leave the barbs in. I always buy barbed hooks, and then if the situation requires it, I then take the barbs off. If I'm game fishing normally for keeps, I will keep the barbs in until I'm fishing catch and release, and then the barbs are squedged down for the rest of the day. So we want 3 fibres, which imitates the natural. And we want them quite long. We're talking probably 2.5 times the length of the body. And we're going to tie those in right at the end of the body, like so. A couple of turns just to lock it in, and then we're going to bring a turn underneath, and that'll help lift it and spread them. And then lock it in. Then we're going to cut the length of the body, leaving room for the head. And then we're just going to go 1 pass up, tidying up, and then 1 pass back down. This would be easier and quicker to do with a flat thread. I think there's a thread out there called UTC, which is actually very nice, and I'll probably recommend using that if you've got some. I don't, unfortunately. So that's our tail tied in. Now we want to tie in the rib, which in this case will be a single pheasant tail fibre. Which I'm just preparing now. And you want to tie it in, not right at the tip because it'll break, probably the length of the body. It's a bit of a mess, but we'll tidy it up now. Then we're going to go through our usual routine to keep it consistent. We're going to go, this time we're going to actually take our time and do the turns nice and close, because this will be visible now. And go all the way down to the tail. We've got the squeaky one tonight, I do apologise. And then we're probably going to do one more pass down, but stop short. Just to taper the body a little. Stop about there. And then come back up. To where we're going to tie the hackle. Probably about there. Maybe a bit further up. And that'll do it. Right. Then you want to wind the pheasant tail a bit like you would a peacock herl to create the rib, nice and evenly spaced. You can be clever and slowly get wider as you head up. Then we're going to tie that in. That's locked in quite nicely. Trim away. Now to prepare the flank, the French partridge flank, we're going to get rid of the fluff, which is easily done. So you're left with that. And then we're going to find the centre of the feather at the tip, which is about there. Then we're going to pull back. So it looks like that. Then we're going to tie it in there, and I want the curve of the feather facing towards you. It just helps when winding the hackle. lock it in nice and tight, trim away the excess, and then get the hackle pliers of your choice for winding. I use a different pair for winding. And wind the hackle like you would any spider hackle. You can brush the feathers back if it helps you to wind it. Just keep going, don't worry about where it's going too much, it's going to be sorted out shortly. You want quite a lot of the feather on. And then lock it in. You want quite a few turns to lock it in because you don't want it to slip at this point. Trim away the stalk. Now it looks an absolute mess right now, but trust me, it'll look okay in a second. So you want to brush all the fibres back. And start building up your head. And then we'd finish. There we go. And then before you varnish it, there's a little tool I picked up at work the other day. It's a mascara brush. Now if your significant other's got one of these lying around that she hasn't used yet, these are great. I didn't realise how good these are. So you can use it as a dubbing brush, you can use it as a hackle brush, and you can basically play a bit with the hackle and get it exactly how you like it. You get all the fibres split. And you can just keep manipulating it until it looks the shape that you're after. And then varnish to finish. Now the mayfly is obviously the largest, well, we call it a mayfly. There's lots of species of mayfly, but this particular one is Ephemeroptera danica. It's the largest one in the UK. It's the most well known, and it's also the same fly that's on my as my profile picture on my channel, which is a foam dry version of this fly. But this is a wet fly. It's meant to be fished like a wet fly. And there we have it. That is the Mayfly Spider. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.